Hey everyone, Arnaldo Wafferman here with another quick CompuShow tip. Now, some of you saw the recent video where I had a event and you would notice that the blinders would go off and it was a quick flash button. But this wasn't a typical blinder button where I push something and then it quickly triggers a scene where, it goes on and off whenever I push the button and the scene would be all white. No, this was a little bit different. What I did in this one is they would turn on all the lights, the floods, the moving heads, the freak panels, the matrix panels, to a solid white at a certain interval that I chose, and then it would fade down. If I was running the UFO, if I was running beams, if I was running quad phases, other lights like that, they would go off, and once the show dimmed down, it would stay on blackout for a bit. But as soon as you let go of that button, the lights would turn right back on to the previous show that I had. So how was that done? Pretty simple, actually. Again, if you guys remember the previous video, I made this dimmers pack here, which is hidden. And I made a quick scene, which we'll go over the settings of the scene in a second. But in the actual scene itself, what I literally did is I went to the entire show, and it's a two-step scene, so we're on easy step here. Actually, 3 steps, excuse me. And the first one, everything is off. So the easiest way is the faders were all the way off, so I just went ahead and I dragged the easy step fade, as you see here, all the way to the very end. Okay? On the next step, I basically selected my floods, I selected the panels, I selected the freaks, and I turned them on all the way. Now for the floods, I have them in white all the way up, dimmer all the way up. With the RGB only floods, I had, of course, all 3 RGB channels up. With the freaks, I had them all the way up. So basically, I just had it so it would be white and then all the way up with a solid on. And that's it. And then the next step was off again. So what are the 3 individual steps here as far as the time? Well, I wanted it fade. I didn't want to just all on fade. And it's only like 0.8 seconds, which doesn't sound like that much. 0.08 doesn't sound like that much. But I want a nice quick fade in and out. No hold. I would have it hold for less than a second, and then it would fade very, not very slowly, but it would very subtly, it would fade into solid black, and I have a hold time of 11 seconds. If I wanted to, I can go ahead and add that to 1 minute and 11 seconds, whichever. And I save that. So let's go ahead and just click save. Now I set this as a switch. I right click on the switch and I set it to show my speed so I can control how long I want that flash to be on and off. And I also went to my settings, I went to my switch and I put it on always takes priority, and the switch will be automatically released. That doesn't matter, this part here, but always takes priority. Now why did I want that? Because basically what it's going to do is, because now every channel is activated, even when it's all the way down. When you see this versus the off, it means the channel's activated. So it's going to override everything. So if I have my QWH5s running or whatnot, in this step, it's going to override it. We'll go to the one where they're actually on. It's going to override every part in the QWH5. On the Megabar, the 7 channel, it's going to override that to Y. Megabar 50, Mega Tripar, Freak 16s, all on. UV LED, even if the UV LED was on, it'll automatically black it out for this particular scene. The Aki UFO, it's all of these are down and they're activated, so it's going to override all that and turn off the Aki UFO. Same thing for all the lights. But again, because it's a flash button, it just basically, I click it, I mapped it to my S2, turns it on, and then off again. Pretty easy. Looking over here at my S2, nope, this is the old show, my bad. But actually, no, there it is. Let me get rid of that. That's from the old show. That was a selected page. I don't need that. So I basically had it to activate the button, master, and I had it in active level on. That means when I push the S2 button, which means on, it would activate it. When I let go, which means outside active level, it would turn it off. So basically, on, off, on, off. So on, off, on, off. And it's not showing here just because I haven't activated or whatnot, but on off, on off. So pretty simple there. I can ignore this, it's just not running at the moment. But let's say, for example, I had a show over here, right? We have the floods and the NOs, and again I hit the S2 or whatnot, and then basically it turns right back on when we're ready to roll. On off, on off. On, off. Actually, there we go. You can see it there. On, fades down. As soon as I let go, it goes right back to that show. Again, let's go to the endos over here. You'll see the endos flashing, let's say, from different shades of blue and green. Fade out, let go, bam, right back to the show. Fade out, go, back to the show. But now I can go and let's say I really want to make it quick. Just speed it up, then down. I can go all the way down here, and then slowly in. And then, of course, be on forever and then slowly out. So what are the possibilities behind this? Well, you can do a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. If you felt froggy, you could make a strobe version of it. That's a little bit too fast. There we go. So you can make a strobe version of this. I can make the all white, but then I can have everything strobe, so it automatically strobes down. If I wanted that atomic type effect, where it would stay on, but you see that flicker, I can take my freaks and I can turn the strobe almost all the way up because they have a really, really fast flicker. So again, just some really cool things that you can do with that. So easy, quick tip. If you have CompuShow, definitely try it out. Lots of fun. Name's Arnaldo Offerman. Remember, if you have any questions about the software or you want to see a video on a particular tip, let me know, and I'm here to help you out. Thanks so much, and God bless.